Hey everybody. Today I know I've been posting videos about, things that I was going through and things that I, encountering with my arm. First of all, let me introduce myself to y'all. My name is Michael. I'm 47 years old. I am currently a CNA, transforming from a CNA. Um, when I was young, I I took the Bible at 12 years old and reading it, studying it all my life. No matter what obstacles, came my way. No matter what I got to, when I was young, I was in and out of DJJ. Then I went to jail. In prison. A black male. Not really. Mother was working hard, but she can't. Then we in a neighborhood where trouble surrounds you. And I don't blame it on the neighborhood. I blame it on the choices that I made when I was young. But I was making choices basic off of me trying to fit in, me trying to be a part of something. But I noticed everywhere I went, I just never fit in. I done went to different schools and everything. I just never could fit in. I'm talking about I've been to prison 4 times. 4 times. Like I missed from my teen all the way to like 28, going on 20, no, 29 years old. I got out in 2008, and when I got out, man, even when I went to prison those times right there, people I was in there, and guards and all was like, people like me, inmates. They call us inmates, but I say people like me. We was all up in there, and everybody around me was like, why is you even here? Like, you got no business being here. Like, you not even this right here. Like, you trying to sell drugs. Like, that's not you. And people was just like, man, people used to always tell me at a young age, like, God gonna use you, God gonna use you. So, when I got to prison, I was like doing prayer meetings and all kind of stuff. And I mean, I always had a zeal to try to get to know who God was. And it's just like I go to church and I be hearing what they saying about Joseph, Peter, Paul. Like, that's not me though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them. I got to get something that can relate to me, that make me feel good inside. So I went to Islam. I was in Islam for a while, and I love the Islam. Islam is a belief that is it's a religion that's very disciplined. It discipline you, and it shows you the importance of how to love God. How to present yourself to Him by purifying yourself. Pray 5 times a day, like you're mandatory to pray 5 times a day, and that's beautiful because in the Christian belief they just say pray without ceasing. It's no discipline to it, but Islam saying no, you mandatory to pray to God and give God thanks 5 times a day, and I think that's beautiful. And I love Islam. I'm not downgrading Western Christianity. I just don't think it's no unity in Western Christianity, and that's just my belief. So I don't practice no religion and no belief. I believe in a Heavenly Father. Do I believe that God sent His child down here, sent a spirit down, a child down here, and put His spirit in here? Yes, because I come Yahshua. Yahshua was not human. He was like 1% human, 99% God. So yes, I do believe in that. I believe in that right there. So I'm not in disbelief of that. But I also believe in the Sumerian tablets and stuff like that as well. Okay, let me get to this. Like I said, I always seek that to God. I always did. And it's like, in my life, I went through things. I went through ups and downs, and I never just could understand, like, why is it that every time I seek after God, it's like, sometimes I feel like He's farther away from me. Sometimes I can feel like He's close to me. Sometimes I feel like He's farther away from me. So, man, I just want to be so real with y'all. I don't want to hold nothing back, and I'm not gonna hold nothing back because this is my testimony. I feel like somebody need to hear what I'm about to tell y'all. How y'all feel? I know y'all might can relate. Y'all might can go through this, but I went and I haven't seen my dad in 30 years. Last time I saw my dad, I was 8 years old. And I got a call when I was 38 years old saying that my dad is sick. So immediately, my mom told me, don't go, don't do it for him. He ain't never do nothing for your life. But, and I was young, I used to listen to what, she just say about how he don't care about me. And it made me, have a grudge against my father. So when I heard he needed help, my heart told me to do it. I just said no. I went and I got my dad in New York. They had my dad in a crazy house. And stuff. And they were like, "Can you crazy? Do I want to sign?" I said, I looked at my dad's face. I said, "Hey man," he didn't know who I was. I said, "You know who I am?" He said, "Nah man, but whoever you is, you a big fella." I'm like, "I'm your son." He just looked. Then he flipped, like, "What you doing here? Why'd you come here?" He was angry. I said, "Man, I heard you were messed up." I said, "Man, look how you is." I said, "I come to help you out." They said, "Do you think your dad capable?" I looked at him, and in my heart, I'm like, it ain't nothing wrong with him. I said, "Yeah." My aunt put him in the crazy house. So I went and got my dad out there. He went back to my aunt's house. He called me his house. That's his house. Him and my aunt's house. And it was like a nice house. And he went there, and the way it went down, that he was just like, he was deteriorating being there. She was putting him, like, cutting the lights off down his way, and he already sick. He's from the hospital, and he's sick. My dad was real sick, coughing. I heard him, he was talking. I took the bus back to New York because, look, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I'm trying to, pay bills in my house, and hold things down. But I still went up there and got my dad. Because, see, one thing about me, no matter what, at this time, I didn't even have a job. I ain't have a job. I created my job. I never let nothing stop me. At this time, I created my jobs. I was hustling. Not selling drugs. I'm talking about washing cars, selling clothes, shoes, pocketbooks, purses, painting houses, painting inside of houses, doing whatever it takes to get what I'm going to get. I never gave up. If I couldn't find no job, fine. I'm not going to beg nobody to hire me. I create my own job. I do my own thing. I start my own market. And then I just start going from there, being creative. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes I sell fish sandwiches. I have people out there selling fish from fish and french fries back there in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Making money off of that right there, but giving people their money worth. They up there thanking me, asking me, "Hey, when you gonna do this again? What you gonna do this again?" I'm going to selling clothes, shoes, polo clothes, and I'm just on it, just grinding. Like I tell anybody, a job never did nothing for me, because anything I ever had, I got it on my own. I made my own market, and I created and I got it my own. I never made an excuse up for trying to be down. Never. So when I got out of prison, I got out of prison with $2,000. And you know what? After that, to help my mama get her bills caught up, because she was behind on her bills. So I get out of prison with $2,000. End up stepping out at the end of thing over with and getting everything settled at her house. I ain't got $500. Just 2 weeks later, get kicked out of her house because my twin sister needed somewhere to stay. Her another kid needs somewhere to stay. So now, what I'm gonna do now? These the battles I went through in life. I can tell you a whole book about my life, but I never hold no resentment towards nobody. Never nothing. I'm always gonna be there, because you know why? Because I was always felt in my heart, the best way you can beat your enemy is by showing kindness to him, but then also limiting that kindness and also showing firmness as well. Never be a pushover, but also you show firmness too. You let them know what you mean. Hey, I'm gonna let that go, but I ain't gonna worry about that. But don't cross me no more. But it's like, let me tell y'all a story with y'all and get recent with this. And I'm gonna tell y'all how you gotta hold on. So my dad comes down here, and I take care of my dad. I bring my dad. I see how my dad messed up. I go on the bus, get him. I bring him down here, take care of him his last 8 years. And my dad died 2 years ago. And it hurted me so bad, because I was just like, wow, man, all my life I wanted to, even when, my mom was telling me stuff about him, I blocked it in a way, because I always wanted to know about him. And I used to always pray to God and tell God, like, God just blessed me to see my dad. Let me just see my dad, get to know my dad, and God honored my prayer. And not only did He let me see him, He let me get to know him and live. He lived in the house with me for 8-9 years, and I gotta say that's the best thing that God could have ever done, because I got to know my dad. My dad taught me how to be a man. He taught me that, hey, you got to work, you got to put some money in the system. I know you got your little hustle thing, but it's not taking out taxes, son. You got to put that money into the system. You can't just stop working and just hustle. And he said, yeah, you making real good. He said, but you got to be saying hustle, keep doing that thing, but then work too. And that's when I went and got my CNA license, man. I'm talking about a man who was a full-time convicted fella. I went and became a somebody. When I got that, my family and all telling me, oh, you cannot work in no nursing field. My dad used to be like, Mike, man, I admire you that you went to school. I still went to school and got that. Oh, nobody gonna hire you just because you got there. When I graduated, you know who was at my graduation? No one. No family. No one's at my graduation. No one was at my graduation. But I still walked across that stage. And I gave a speech. And I did the prayer. By myself. And guess what? Because when I got out of prison, and I know I'm jumping out such about with my dad, but when I got out of prison, I was determined I wasn't going to go back. And I was going to make it. I wasn't selling drugs no more. No matter, I said, Lord, if you stick by my side and you guide me, if you guide me, I will forever serve you. I'm going to make bumps along the way. You know I am, Lord. I'm going to try to come back to you. I'm not going to make up no excuse for you. I'm going to hold myself fully accountable for it. And I'm going to change and I'm going to be to the better. And I honored that. And God honored his. And I can't lie to y'all. So let me tell you something. You can make it. You can make it. I went out there and I got that. I obtained that. And I felt like somebody being at CNA. And I walked in that nursing home every day and they gave me a chance. Consolidated medical staff in Augusta gave me a chance. And they were sending me out to these nursing homes and they said, don't let me down. And I never let them down. And when my dad died smiling. I did everything for my dad. My dad seen me become from a hustling person making money and paying the bills to being a person with a profession. I got a twin sister, never helped me out with my dad. I did it for my dad myself, and I'm not mad at my twin sister because it was an honor that I was able to do it. So I'm not going to get on here and criticize nobody because it was an honor that God put me in position, gave me the strength to do this right here and to help people. And that's all I love to do is help people. Now it's time for me to put myself first and help myself. So in the beginning of me helping my dad in 2000, I got caught COVID. And like to die off of COVID. I like to die off of COVID. The doctor said if he make it 24 hours, it'll be a miracle. And I made it. On a ventilator and all, I made it. So after fighting COVID, getting out the hospital, be spending all this time in the hospital, getting out the hospital, at home, getting all out at home. 4 months later, 4 months later, I'm giving God the praise and thanks. I'm at work, laughing, happy. Yeah, y'all like to die. Give God, thank you, Lord. Y'all, God healed me. I don't look like what I've been through. I'm up there in this morning time praying. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I don't look like what I've been through. Just giving God all the praise and honor. Because one thing about me, I'm going to give God all the praise and honor no matter what. I pay my tithes now. I love God. I love God, period. God is the beginning, middle, and end for me. Period. And I'm giving God praise and thanks, y'all. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm up there, y'all. I am giving God praise. And you know what happened after that? Everybody be passing out trays. Everybody started screaming. I said, what? What's wrong with y'all? A tumor grew on my arm. Y'all see this? A tumor grew on my arm to where I couldn't even bend my arm no more. A tumor grew on my arm. A big tumor. And if I cut the light on, y'all see how really big it is. But I just want to I'm mellow right now. And I'm on my zone. And I want to talk to y'all because I'm keeping it real with y'all. A tumor grew on my arm. And people think that's my leg right there. When they took a picture of it, the doctor took x-ray picture of it, they thought that was my leg. They were seeing the tumor I was on until they saw that was my arm that covered all my main arteries. Back to the gotta let it out. Back to the hospital I go, wide open. This happened in 2020, 2021 I had COVID. 4 months later, 2021. Not even 4 months later, I'm giving God praise, telling God how happy I am, telling people, giving my testimony how I overcame COVID. And here I am now, facing something, what in the world on my arm, just grew on my arm as I'm giving God praise. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Lord, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this, how I felt? Now they telling me they don't know what this is. This is a rare tumor. They don't know what kind of tumor it is I had to get, but I did get a biopsy, non-cancerous. Thank God to that right there. Y'all gotta excuse me. I tell my story a little bit. I am not sad or hurt or depressed or nothing like that. I am joyful and happy, but when I do think about it, it gets me. It gets me. And so I went through that right there. And I went to MUSC in Charleston. They said, well, Mr. Ingram, we got good news and bad news. It's non-cancer, but we cannot remove that. I said, oh my God. They said, you have to take this somewhere else. So I went to Gus University. They went and diagnosed me. Said they went and did their testing. And now they saying I got cancer. They diagnosed and said I had a rare cancer. And they was gonna amputate my arm. They was like, they did all their tests and they know for a fact that it is a rare cancer. They're gonna and amputation might be necessary. I'm like, what? So now, all this time right here, I feel like, what is I'm gonna do? My mind going blank. Oh my God, what is I'm gonna do? Oh my God, I'm like praying like, God, why are you doing this to me? Could you imagine for 2 years you feel like you got cancer? You ain't telling nobody about it because you got to deal with it yourself. But then you say no, wait a minute. I'm overthinking this. This ain't true. So now I go this year. I said, well, maybe I read that, they read it, because they never told me nothing. They just said, hey, Mr., it might be a little rare cancer. But they said, it might be a rare cancer or something right there. We got to go do more further tests. But so I'm thinking that, so I ain't never say nothing to nobody about it because I got to test myself. And after that right there, I still went, did prayer meetings. I used to go do tent, even with my arm like this is hurting sore. I used to have prayer meetings to take my money and, go up there, Save a Lot parking lot in Aiken, and used to have prayer meetings. And used to have a cool out there. Used to play music out there. People started coming. I'm trying to go through all this right here. I got preachers calling me today, churches and stuff, telling me I need to stop doing this right here. That is not of God. I got followers. I'm going to go to hell. And, what for me, they need prayer. I need prayer. God just gave me a voice to speak and say, hey, no matter what, y'all, we going to make it. Because God, I know I'm a leader. I know who I am, no matter what they say. So they hit me in my head. It kind of start making me overthink. So when people speak stuff like that in you, it makes you stagnant. It makes you think. It makes you question yourself and God. Is this true? Is this really true? So that's when I stopped doing that right there. And I still love God, but I stopped doing that right there. Stopped doing what God wanted me to do. And then, y'all, I went to Prisma this year because I was hurting. So before I went to Prisma, I went to my family practice doctor. My family practice doctor, like, hey, she wasn't there, so her nurse was there. Her nurse practitioner was there. She was like, hey man, come here. She's like, you see what they wrote up about you? She like, I said, you know, I said they said that, but not to my. I said, but I got to university. I had something. I said they said they wouldn't get to it. They said it was just a rare mass, but it could lead to cancer. So that's what I was going off. I said, but they said it's just rare care. They didn't say they, you know. So she like, nah, that ain't what they wrote up. She like, they misworded that, what they wrote up. She like, come here. So she called me in the office. She said, read this, read exactly what they saying about you. She said, they're saying that you have a cancer that is constantly spreading and you're going to get your arm amputated. Yeah, they saying some bad stuff. She's saying that you're going to go into immediate amputation mode. Like, now we need to go ahead and send you right now and get it amputated. I said, you crazy as you look. You ain't afraid to cut my arm off. You sound like a darn fool. I can use my arm. My arm is just fine. I mean, it's in hurting, it's in pain. I'm coming here to ask y'all how I'm going to get this thing removed. Well, no. I said, listen. She said, but I'm with you. She said, this, I don't believe this is true. I don't believe you got no cancer. She was on my side. She's like, yeah, I think they misworded this. She said, I'm going to send you to prison in Colombia. So I went to prison in Colombia. He said, we got to do a biopsy. He said, I said, okay. He said, but yeah, we gonna, he said, that's what my job is, to remove tumor. We can remove tumor. I said, okay, Mr. Mouse. That's okay. So I went, they did tests. I went and did a biopsy. So they was going over the top. I said, no. I said, do not cut over the top. I said, MUSC said that you take a needle pen, you stick it from the side, and you pull a screen a sample out, you do a sample, and that's it. He said, no, I've been doing this. He said, I'm going to go over the top. I need to get some more good sample out. Let's see this cancer, because they say cancer. I don't think cancer. We need to see it as cancer. If it's cancer, we have to treat another way. I want to see it as cancer. I said, man, listen, if you go over the top, you're going to hit some nerves and muscles. He said, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I've been doing this for 37 years. I know what I'm doing. I said, all right, man. I said, man, do not hurt me. I came in here. I could use my arm perfect. I want to leave out the same way, leaving my arm perfect. So he said, okay. He said, I promise you, everything's going to go by smooth sailing. I said, all right now. I said, I'm sitting here trying to tell you, if my arm don't come back out here like this, I'm going to sue this place. I'm not playing with you. No problem. I know what I do. I've been 37 years. You don't trust me, I don't touch. I said, you say you know what you're doing, right? It's just a simple. I said, I know it's supposed to be simple biopsy. So he drew a line over the top, opened up my whole arm. So after the surgery, I go. So I tried to grab a soda. I can't grab no soda. I said, what's wrong with my arm? I can't grab the soda. Get home, night, 2 nights, I can't grab a rag. I'm so sore. I'm hurting. I've never been this way on the boxer with MUSC. I was fine. Can't even hold me 2 days later. I can't even grab my arm. This is how my arm turned out. I can't even open my hand no more. They went over the top. See how they went over the top? This big old cut mark. And now he hit a nerve and muscle in my hand. And this is how my hand is permanently is. And he said he don't know what nerve and what tissue he hit in my hand. I'm talking about, man, I'm just coming off of a 12-hour fast, thanking God, giving God praise no matter what. I'm still giving God praise. My arm is, I ain't working, I'm nothing, but I was still giving God honor and praise, still trying to do stuff for God. I still wasn't giving up. And bam, I was just coming 12 hour fast. I knew I had full of faith, knowing the good times ready to come in. I'm ready to be blessed. I'm ready to get this tumor removed. Everything gonna come in. And bam, this is what happened. This is how my hand is, and he don't know how he can fix it. And they said, this is how my hand gonna be. And I've been like this for 4 going on 5 months. You think I'm gonna give up? You think I hold God at fault? No, because it's all a plan. It's all a plan, and I don't give up. So then I went back to MUSC. I said, man, they messed me up. You know what? He said, no. We can fix this. He said, I can take feeling out the back of your hand, put it in front of your hand, fix your hand. He said, I'm going to take tumor, I'm going to yank it up top. I said, are you crazy? I said, if you took a little sample and did in there and messed up my hand, if you put a whole tumor straight up, I ain't gonna have no arm no more. I said, I'm not trusting you no more, man. You don't know what you're doing. You sound crazy. So I went back to MUSC, man. I went on Google. I said, I ain't selling for less. So I went to Google. I went to Dr. Letty and MUSC in Charleston. So I went down there, man. They talked to me. They looked at my case. They did some scans and stuff. They looked at my case, my chart the whole weekend. And I went down there, and they was like, look, man, we looked at your chart the whole. The first time you came down here, and his biopsy and his images, we looked at all the images we took from you, he took from you, everybody took from you. He said the same result. He said, you can't remove this tumor. He said, but what we can do is cut off the circulation right there so the tumor won't grow no more, because the tumor constantly grows. And sometimes it can grow till it cover up my elbow, and I can't even hold a rice class. When it was like that, I said, well, what about my hand? Can my hand ever open up again? He said, we got to see what we can do for you. But other than that, right now, we got to let you go home. We can't, might as well not give you no, only medicine we can give you some glaucoma pills, some pain pills. Now, not only did this man hit my nerves, now, I already had pain in my tumor. That used to hurt and swell up. It used to hurt me so bad. But now he hit a nerve in it. Now I have nerve pain to go from the top of my arm right to my finger, and I never had that pain before. Now I'm dealing with two different, not one different kind of pain, but now 4 or 5 different kind of pain in my arm, and it's hard to even use my arm now. So now, what I'm gonna do? I said I'm gonna sell all this stuff right here, and I'm gonna go out here and tell people you don't give up. And I told these people here, man, they patching up my house. I said, I don't want none of this stuff no more. Y'all patching up my house. Y'all got me staying in this trailer. I deserve better, and I'm going out here and get better. But first, I must go out here and sell everything I got. My furniture. I sold all my cars. I'm selling my furniture. I'm selling everything. And I'm going out here and tell people, don't give up. Even when I'm like this, I still trust God, because I know better days is coming. I know I won't be living like this no more. I've been staying here 11 years, trailer in the front, trailer in the back. Just crazy stuff goes on. Hearing gunshots sometime out there. We supposed to be in the country. I'm hearing more gunshots than anything. I say, God, I just want to have better in life. I just want to do better in life. Why is it that I try my best to serve you, but I'm always hitting a brick wall? Is it me? Is I'm a bad person? I start doubting myself at one time. Questioning my own self, trying to fix myself, trying to treat people better, do all I can do, seeing people take advantage of me, use me, still trying to give, still trying to do, working at a nursing home, man, one arm up here playing music for the elders, doing stuff to make everybody come together, workers and everybody come together. I can tell y'all a movie about me. I'm just giving y'all a brief description, an introduction about me today. And I tell y'all, I still walk around with a smile on my face. I don't weep and cry. Them weeping and cry days is over with. I cried, I weep, I scream, I yell. I wish I wasn't here on this earth. But one thing about me, I never hold God accountable. Never. I never in my life hold God accountable for nothing. Because I said, if anything's wrong, it must be me. And never I'm holding him accountable. And when I prayed and fasted y'all now, God said, it ain't you. You being too hard on yourself. You didn't do nothing wrong. This is something I must put you through, because better days is coming. And I don't give up no matter what condition, no matter how hard I've been. People used to tell me, you know why they had people come tell me? Let me tell you something. I had a close family member tell me, so close, so close. I'm not even going to say what the family relative to me, because I'm not putting the person out there like that. They didn't even pray with me. They so close to me. They didn't pray with me. They said, God don't. I said, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm doing all right. They said, what you doing? Why you didn't answer the phone? I said, I was in a shut-in fast. And person like, yeah. Say, well, I don't know why you doing that, because God don't hear your prayers. You a sinner. And if I would tell y'all how close this family relative is to me, y'all will hear when I tell y'all my story. I'm gonna do an episode of my whole story. I'm gonna tell y'all who the person was and how close this relative was to me. When I'm going through pain, when I can't even open my hand, you know what? This whole time, I haven't had one family relative come and say, hey, let me DoorDash you some Powerade, soda juice. I see you haven't worked since Lord know when. But you know what? I never asked nobody for nothing. Never. Because I live on this earth like I am all I can depend on. I don't look to nobody else. I don't depend on nobody else. And that's why I survive the way I am. And I don't hold none of my family relatives no account, because you know why? Because they know in their heart, I don't need you. I'm going to survive and I'm going to make it. I got faith in God. But guess what? I'm not saying that God left me stranded and dead. Are you crazy? Man, I haven't worked in 4 going on 5 months, and I have never, ever, ever seen an eviction notice until now. And the only reason why I seen an eviction notice now because, hey, I said I wasn't not paying for no place that's patched up. They taking stuff outside the trailer, patching up your floors with it. I'm too embarrassed to show y'all how they patched up this trailer. And I'm 47 years old. I say I want better. I don't care what type of condition I am. I want better. But before I go out here and get better, I'm going to sell everything I got. And I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do God's will. And like he said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all his righteousness. And all other things shall be added unto you. That lets you know, yes, I do believe in most parts of the Bible. Some stuff, But a lot of stuff in that Bible, like Jesus says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all his righteousness. God will not let all this happen to me no matter what, for any reason. He prepared me. And I know I must go out there and tell everybody. I must go out there and tell them my story. All my story. All million of them. Or how you can make it, how you can overcome. No matter what you're going through. No matter sleeping the nights. I wake up, I go to bed sometime 1 o'clock. Get back up 4:30, 5 o'clock. In prayer mode, can't sleep. Saying, Lord, I need you. I need some strength. I'm on E. I'm weak. Help me, Lord. I need you. I don't care. What I can show my eyes like this because I'm not emotional, because I'm sad. I'm happy. Because I know better days are coming. Change is going to come. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to be able to tell my story to the world. All this. I'm showing all this. All this. All what I go through. All what has been going to me. All kind of pledges been hit on me. Everything. Because this right here is going to show the world that you can make it no matter what. You cannot give up. You can't give up. You got to hold on. I ain't fighting no more. I fought to hold on. I ain't fighting no more. I'm in cruise control now, baby. I control the narrative of this right here. You best to believe that. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm still in the driver's seat. Because my confidence is through the roof. And my faith in God is through the roof. My faith don't waver or shake. I throw it all off on me before I throw it off on God. Because I know what God can do. I know what God did in my life. I done worked, guess what? I ain't never had to ask nobody for nothing. I always kept a couple of dollars in my pocket. May not be much, but I kept some money in my pocket. Never had to go hungry. Never had to go without lights, water, no food. Never had to go without shelter. Still, guess what I'm doing? Still in my shelter, laid back all the way like this. I'm still in the driver's seat. And this a man one arm, and I keep my house clean, and I keep myself up. And no matter where I'm at, no matter, yes, I want to move, yes, I want better than this, but guess what? Until I get better, I'm still be grateful and thank God for what he blessed me with. Because I remember when I first got this, I was so happy. Because I came from a place called The Bottom. Apartment complexes. They were one that you go out, the maggots falling out the roof. That's why that's when I got it. When I had to get out and get my own place. That's where I had to start from. I had to start from right there. And then when I got this trailer, I fixed my trailer up. I was happy. Now, the landlords don't want to do nothing to it. It just deteriorate, fall. And I look out there and I say, hey, it's 11 years. Sometimes, God, I thank you. I appreciate it. I am very grateful for you blessing me with this right here. I have kept this up to the best of my abilities, but this thing is deteriorating by the day, and they're not doing nothing for me. They are making it more dangerous. They're not getting no lights put on out here. You pull up at nighttime, it's so dark out here, somebody can jump up, rob you, or kill you. You can't see nothing, not even with your car lights. When they get like that, my life is more important than anything. I don't care if I'm like this or whatever. I'm getting out. But am I going to look for a house? No. Can I get a house? Yes, I got enough to get a house now. I mean, put down payment, pay a couple months, whatever, however. No, that ain't my mission. I'm not looking for nothing. What I'm looking for is do the will of God. I'm going out here to speak. I'm going out here to let people know you can make it. No matter through your sickness, no matter if you, I'm telling you, people thinking, oh, I fasted and I prayed, I fasted and I prayed, I fasted and I prayed that, okay, not everything's going to be all right. God going to bless me. And then when worse happen, then you just throw down and give God away. I don't want God no more. No, I go to him more. No matter if I get hit with this, no matter what comes next, whatever comes next, I get hit with that too. Guess what I'm going to do? Still talk about God, say how good he is. But God told me I ain't got to worry about that no more. I'm in the cruise control, baby. All I'm waiting on is my wave to come. And y'all see me living like this now? Look at this. Y'all see me like this now? What do y'all see me in? Just wait. And I'm going to go out here and I'm going to tell the whole world that you can make it. I'm going to let the whole world know you can make it. Don't stress. Don't be depressed. If you got to go through that, you're going to go through them phases. I went through that depressed stage, stress stage, blaming myself stage, couldn't stand myself stage, everything stage. And you know what? I came out of that stage. I came out of that stage. And God said, you can make it. You got this. And even the times when I felt like I wanted to give up, I felt like, man, at one time, boy, I wanted to die. I felt like I ain't even want to live on this earth no more. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I felt like I want to take myself out plenty of times. I said, I can't do that. Because if I do that, then I'm not gonna do what my ultimate goal is in life and fulfill my purpose here on this earth and do what God want me to do. And God, I used to pray for God to give me a word. Give me a word, Lord, to say to the people, Lord. Give me a word. You know what God told me? Tell them your story. It's within you. Everything you don't have to come yelling and screaming to me. Everything you need to pull, you put within you. And all what I've been through and still holding on to God, I consider myself a God. Not with the capital G, but with a lowercase g. I bypassed manhood. And I'm still holding on. And I'm still holding strong. Because I got control of this right here. This my story. This my narrative. My story ain't finished yet. I ain't gonna go out like here. I'm gonna be healed. And I'm gonna show the whole world. And y'all gonna come back and watch this video. Years later, y'all gonna come back and watch this same video. And y'all gonna see the man that I am now. Y'all gonna see the transformation. I'm gonna show y'all step by step what God can do for you. And I'm gonna show you when you believe in yourself like I believe in myself. I know for a fact God sent me out there to do something. I know to tell people to hold on. No matter if you got cancer, no matter what sickness you got, no matter what disease you got to hold on to God, because giving up ain't an option. If you give up, then you're gonna go all the way down. Stick with God now, and you're gonna make it through when you with him. I don't care if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, non-religious. You got to go to the power source and you got to let them know, Lord, I need you. And then you got to believe in yourself. Then you got to believe in yourself. After you go to God, you believe in yourself and you deep dig down yourself and you say, I'm strong enough to make it. I'm strong enough to make it. I can make it. I got this. Because I know this only for a season. There's 4 seasons in the year. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. Summer, spring, fall bring forth harvest. Winter don't bring forth nothing. And you're going to have a season, ain't nothing going to happen. Everything going to seem like it's dead in your life. But if you hold on, you know, heck of the spring, it's coming. Then the summer, then the fall, then you're back to the winter. So you got most of your life if you just hold on. I struggled for 47 years, been through it. And I never gave up on God because I know my time is soon to come. And I always hold on to that belief no matter what. Until that time come right there, I'm going to maintain. I don't make up no excuses. I don't have people at my house. Could you clean up for me? Oh, could you put me a GoFundMe fund? No. I'm going out here and still find ways to make money and survive. Because I'm going to make it. I was at work, man. I felt like I was dead. Then after I left work, this happened to me. Because God said, you got a message. You got a word. You got a story. People need to hear you. People need to get to know you. People need to get to know how you can overcome anything. When everybody turn their back on you and you going through the worst sickness and the worst moment of your life, you still walk around here and smile and say, I'm going to make it. I can do this. I got this. Because I got God and the universe and my ancestors. My spiritual God, they right here, they protected me. And I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. I'm going to dig deep inside because inside of me, it's a hero. It's a hero inside of me. It's a bigger part of me. It's a king in me. I'm strong. And I always made it no matter what. No matter what I went through. No matter what I went through. No matter what I went through. No matter what I went through, I always made it. I made it through prison. I made it through being shot in my knee, just being there, being at the wrong place, wrong time. They said I couldn't walk no more. I'm still walking, doing good. They said I'm going to walk with a cane, no walker. I don't walk with nothing. And I walk 4-5 miles a day. When they told me I was going to walk, I told them thank you. I went and rehome. I told them I don't want them to rehab me no more. I went home and rehabilitated myself. When everybody told me, what you doing? You went crash. I said, everybody, get out my house. And I toughed it out. To going up here praying to God, tumors growing, COVID. People turn their back on you. You find out people trying to put witchcraft on you. From you going through your storm, being put on child support. Everything. And you do all you can. You never abandon your child. Never. Thank God all that's going to be over with, though. Because you know why? People told me, hey, Mike, you need to just chill out, settle down here, apply for disability, and get food stamps. No. That's your life. You can have that lifestyle. No, thank you. This is my life. And my life said I must go do God's will. I must go let people know. I must go speak and let the world know. Not just in the town, no. Let the whole world know you can make it and you can still have joy in your life. And I'm still at peace. Because guess what? Even through my storm, guess what? God made a way where I was still going to Las Vegas, Miami, the Dominican Republic, NFL games on Christmas Day, front row seat, all that. Even through my storm, I enjoyed life. I never focused on my storm. I'm still going to enjoy life. I'm still move on with life. I'm not focusing on these problems. I'm focusing on my life. Because if I'm going to go out, guess what, baby? I'm going to go out happy and smiling with joy. Not with tears in my eyes. Woo! I'm going to live life. I'm going to smile. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to dance. I'm going to tell the Lord, thank you, Lord. I can dance. I can have a good time. I can slow dance. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. I'm not no Christian, Muslim, Jew, none of that. I worship, I serve God. I pay my tithes and offerings when I was going to church. I fast and pray. I know God. God talks to me. And I'm holding on because if I didn't know God, I wouldn't be here today at 47. Trust me, I'd have been dead a long time ago. I would have gave up a long time ago. I would have gave up a long time ago. So I know who God is, and people who know me know. I went out here and I speak about God all the time, and I do anything for anyone. And I know one day, when everybody time come, when all my siblings came, living luxury, I used to cheer them on. Never no envy, never no jealousy, never no nothing. I watch everybody have their time. And everybody have their time, I cheered them on, even when I went through my struggle. But God told me, he said, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And when my time come, it's gonna come. And I hold on, and I believe, and I stay strong. I'm not giving up. Not with this. I'm gonna get this taken out. I don't care what they say. This is not gonna stay in my arm. This got no business in my arm. You see this? Let me show y'all this. Let me step back a little bit. You see this? See this? This is my arm. This is my arm. This is where it goes. This is where they messed up and cut all on my arm. This was nasty forever scar on here. See this? This is how far it goes from here all the way to here. See this? This is how it looks. And this is how my hand is. See? This is how my hand, this is how I hold my hand. Can't open it. This is the far as it's gonna go. It'll go like here when I hold like this. If not, I can open it up if I do it like here and just press pressure on here. Then you see it'll, excuse me, I am losing weight. I lost 25 pounds. Being a single man is what it is, man. I'm a single man, baby. This is what I do. I ain't focusing on no woman right now. I'm focused on doing God's will. I ain't focused on no woman. But, yeah. And this is right here. But you know what? Let me tell y'all one thing. I know what's coming to me. And one thing about God, when he lead you out of Egypt, when he led the Israelites out of Egypt, guess what? They didn't leave out broke. I ain't broke now. I ain't saying I just sold 2 cars. I'm okay. It ain't like I'm just $0 said, oh, give me a go, trust me. No, I'm smart too. I'm smart too now. I ain't no fool too. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go. Do I know where I'm gonna go when I get out of here? After my repossession up with, I got 1 more week here, 1 more week. And I plan to be going out here before then. I ain't afraid. I ain't stagnating this. I'm selling all this. All my furniture I'm selling. All of it can go. I don't need none of that no more. Everything going. I sold my cars. I'm saying I sold all my enclosed trailer. I sold all of that, man. I'm selling my clothes, shoes. I just go get the ones I need. Just a good suitcase or 2 of clothes I need, and I'm gone. Some shoes I got so many pair of shoes. It's crazy. I don't need none of that. I got this. I obtain all that along the journey. I got to go speak. I'm open to speaking anywhere in the world. Anywhere. I'm going to go everywhere. I'm going to tell people you can make it even through this. And along the way, I'm going to still be working on getting my arm fixed. I'm not giving up on my arm. Of course not. You crazy? No. This is my main focus. I got to get me right first. I got to get me together first. And once I get me 100% together and get that joy, I still got joy, love, peace, and happiness in me. But yet sometimes I have them sleepless nights because I'm excited. I'm not because I'm depressed. It's because I'm excited now. Like, I know it's coming, Lord. I know it's coming. Maybe I'm just too anxious, Lord, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. And I'm getting away from this negative vibe, away from this South Carolina period. I need to go somewhere where people can hear my story. I need to go somewhere all the way from me. My kids is fine. They are just fine. They are in great condition. And along the way, I'm going to make sure I take care of them. I'm going to leave them okay. Make sure I get their school closed up before I go. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do whatever it can to make it. But I must go. I must leave all behind. God said, if you ain't ready to forsake mother, father, sister, brother, kids, everything, you're not worthy of the kingdom. You're not worthy of the kingdom. You got to forsake them all. I got to go out there and fulfill my purpose in life. I must do this for me. For me, before I leave this earth. I don't care about people. Some people say, I just want to be rich before I leave this earth. Enjoy life, be in Miami Beach. My dream is to serve God and fulfill my earth purpose. And let the world know who God is, and despite what sickness, what health you go through, you can still walk with a smile on your face. You still have confidence because you know it's not gonna last always. Troubles never last always. Just like you got 12 hours in a day, 12 hours at night. Trouble don't last always. We can make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Excuse my eyes red. No sadness though. No sadness. I just get emotional when I talk. I can't help it. If I could just tell y'all half what I've been through. But sometimes you get emotionally drained. People say, don't give up, pray, God got you. Sometimes, man, you can get emotionally drained, be like, oh, you know, sometimes you can be like, oh, man. Like, I'm tired. Sometimes, man, you just gotta just sit back and just relax. That's why I don't fight no more. I ain't fighting this no more. I put it all in my master's hand. And he give me the necessary steps that I must take to keep on moving. And I dig down inside of me. And I'm so proud of myself. Y'all, I can't lie. I'm so proud of myself and I love myself so much. Because for me to be going through this and looking this good and sexy, because I know I look good and I know I'm sexy and can still look this good and sexy, and with all the hell I've been through and look like this at 47, I feel good. I feel good. I walk. I wake up in the morning, drink. My breakfast every morning is raw beet juice. And I'm good. I'm in relaxed mode now. And I'm gonna let everything flow out the way, because one thing about me, I'm very strategic and I'm very creative. And the world gonna see me. And I'm gonna tell them, through the storm, you still gotta be calm. Even through the storm, you still gotta be calm. Even through the storm. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I ain't got one hand. I can't hold it with this hand, so this can getting a little tiresome. But I want y'all to remember before I go, even through the storm, you still gotta be calm. Y'all, thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a good day.